everybody. Welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. Well, we're really excited to be here today. We want to really honor all of our viewers and the people who are submitting emails to us, and we're so thankful to all of you. And we just wanted to share a few of the emails that we're receiving from around the world.
Excellent.
Julie Ann writes, found you on YouTube and surprised that you were based in Calgary. Yes, Calgary. Also where she lives as well with her children, and she just loves our videos. So thank you very much, Julianne.
Yeah, and Carol sent us an email stating that I love your show and I'm so happy that you're both not only from Canada but from Alberta as well. I need your help because I have this dilemma. I met this guy a couple months ago and I really liked him, and I believe that he really liked me, but But because of circumstances beyond our control, we both went our separate ways. My question to you is this: can I bring a specific person into my life? What about that person's free will? What if that person is no longer thinking about you or is no longer attracted to you? Thanks, and keep up the great work.
And I did send Carol an email stating to her that unfortunately we cannot force anyone to love us.
Yeah, that's the beauty of free will.
It is.
It holds us able so that no one can control us without us choosing to be controlled.
Exactly, right. So it's allowing what is to be what is, and it's communicating and asking that person if they have the same feelings as you do, and communicating your feelings and seeing if they're reciprocated.
Yeah.
If they're not, that's a sign maybe to move on.
Yeah, and just think that if you hold your energy into that one person that may not be right for you, the universe knows. The universe knows what you truly want. And if you're putting your energy into somebody that's not right for you, then that's energy stored that can be used somewhere else and attracting the one that is right for you.
That's right.
So
they can be there waiting for you.
Yeah, and then they're going, where is she? So, yeah.
So thank you, Carol. And Mitch from Edmonton, we have a lot of Canadian writers coming in. This is great. Writes, I have just come upon The Secret and I found your show. Wow, I've always been in tune with others' feelings. I seem to vibrate. My family, my co-workers they're seeing the difference in him. He's beginning to vibrate in a higher frequency. That's great.
Excellent.
I'll be tuning into your show and I truly thank you. And he knows that he's on the right journey. Again, thank you and take care.
Woohoo!
Feeling the love.
Yeah, love it, love it. All right, and our final one is from Rob, who has known that there is more to life than meets the eye. My boss is one of the most amazing men I know. He's helped me develop more on the spiritual side of life, as well as very much into the law of attraction. He came to work one day and recommended the movie The Secret. And I think that you two lovely ladies are doing it absolutely inspirational. I was just blown away at the first video on YouTube and I found regarding the law of attraction and was put on by two Calgarians. So excellent. We have a really great community in Calgary.
We do.
It is just amazing. We have so many groups that we can go to, meditation circles, satsangs. So we have a really great community.
It's a large spiritual community.
We're definitely waking up here.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So, and I can imagine how many of our viewers and our subscribers watched Oprah the other day. The cast from The Secret was on.
It was a really good show. I thought they did a great job in explaining it for the people that have seen it, but also the people that haven't. Like, I sat there and I was again inspired, and I think what I love about not only them going on Oprah, which shows that so many people are going to hear it, but also just even speaking about it reminds me about it.
Yeah.
And I got so excited watching. I watched it again because it comes on 2 times for the day, so it was really good.
And it's so true on how when you place an order to the universe.
Oh, that was good, yeah.
And I read that in a book years and years ago. And I don't remember the author, but that it was it's a great mental model
of what.
Yes, that every thought that we have, that we're placing in order. So if it's a negative thought,
place it in order.
Exactly. So powerful, and I think that really made a lot of people think.
Yeah. But what we're going to talk about today is even the underlying to our thoughts.
Yes. And that's the emotions, the feelings that we have that are connected to our thoughts.
Yeah.
Because if we have that negative charge to a thought, then we're going to be attracting that negative experience into our life, the actual experience that we do not want to experience in our life.
Yeah.
And so it's really important to really expand your awareness and become aware of the feelings that you have, the energy that's moving through your body.
Yeah. And one thing that I remember you said to me quite a while ago that has always stuck with me is that, you know, even if I'm in a little bit of a slump or something and I'm kind of getting into the negative thought pattern, you know, it used to freak me out because I'm like, oh my gosh, all those negative thoughts are going to have to be somehow played out, you know, and then just worry like, oh great, you know, like, can I go back? I can't change it. But what you said was so good is like the moment that you make a change and I start to change and make a positive thought series, that immediately my life will start to shift and positive. So there's no repercussions for having a downtime.
Yeah, it's making that conscious choice in the moment. Because I know we are involved with other people in our life, and other people can frustrate us.
Oh,
right? And because I think that the frustration, I mean, I can give you an example. Me being in a previous relationship, or even my existing relationship, there are moments when I get frustrated with Dan.
Yeah.
And it's because I know that he has the capability of showing me more than what he's showing me.
Yeah.
So I can have these negative thoughts going on in my mind and going, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. And but it's if I know. And if I'm really aware of myself in that moment, I can say, you know what, instead of me raging out at him or expressing my anger, I can learn to not suppress my angry feelings, but feel them as an energy moving through me. And because usually anger is the knowingness that fear is releasing from our life.
Right.
And so we know that if we're in that feeling that anger, that we can just move it through our body and really allow ourselves to just get real and learn to communicate, because I think that we can get so frustrated and angry or start swearing because we can't find the words that really would express the truth of how we're feeling.
Yeah.
And that gets us frustrated. We're frustrated at our own self. We get angry with our own self because we can't find the words.
Exactly. Well, and when situations do happen and we are faced with a moment of anger or whatever, sometimes people, you know, that's just not their natural way of expressing themselves is through the anger. Some people are just like they shut down or they totally walk away. And there's this pervasive way that we tend to act, and we each know what our way is.
Yes.
Some people know, they're like, yeah, I just shut down. And others are just like, I just blow up and I tell everyone I know exactly how I feel. And it's that pervasive way that gets us stuck in how we continue and we continue this roller coaster ride of the same thing. And so what we're saying is that it's doing something different. It's actually being with ourselves and be able to feel through it and break through it.
And and instead of reacting to someone who is creating the frustration within your own body, is to be able to, like Kelsey just mentioned, is changing the habit, changing the behavior, the cycle, that pattern that we're so conditionally used to being, and that we can be different, and we can act differently.
Yeah, it's like they say that what is insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Right.
It's exactly the same thing. So the moment that we choose to have a different reaction, whether it is, you know what, normally I yell and I swear or whatever, and this time it's like, you know what, I'm just going to go in the bathroom and just sit for 10 minutes. That action alone is a different action than you've ever taken before. Your life will have an effect because of it.
Yes.
You have just stopped a cycle. And it may not have been anything like you're up in your bathroom, but that act alone, you're showing the universe that you're willing to change.
And Kelsey and I, all of us, we have mentioned this before in many other shows, but this is really, really important. I mean, we really want you to get it, to be able to manifest what you want in your life. is through the power of thought, but it's the energy that you have wrapped around those thoughts. And so if you can become truly aware of your thoughts and where you are vibrating energetically in that moment, you're going to be able to shift your life dramatically. And it's being able to let go of those negative charges that the past may have on you or a human being may have on you, because when we're letting other people create that within ourselves, we're disempowering ourselves. And we want to change the vibration within our body as soon as possible, so that we're not stewing in it, we're not sitting in it for a long period of time.
Yeah, it reminds me of training a dog. I don't know if anyone's ever had a dog before, but they have a reaction. They do something, and it may not be to our liking. The only way to change that behavior is getting it in the moment.
It is.
To try and change a dog afterwards or reward them later on when they're already outside doing something else, there's no connection. And we are the same way. That's how we need to train ourselves, is to grasp it in the moment. And that is with awareness, is just being aware. How am I right now? And if it is this taking a time out or whatever, you just do it.
And I think what really can set us off is someone telling us what to do. Telling us what to do when we knew all along that we should have maybe done that in the first place. We never did. And then someone else comes to us and says, you know what, I think you need to do this. And we're going, I know I should have done it, or whatever, right? So other people can trigger us, but we're really angry with ourselves, like I mentioned. And so it's having that learning attitude. And it's because in speech, for instance, when I am training anyone for customer service, when I'm training anyone to really just become a better tea tender, these are 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds, and they have an amazing learning attitude. It's incredible. I'll see them doing something, because this tea tending is a form of art, and I will see them doing something, and right in the moment I'll say, I actually highly recommend, if you don't put the perfect measuring spoon over here, put it over here because of health code and everything, right? And they're right away. There's no resistance, there's no block. They want to learn, and even though it's something as simple as that, I'm correcting their action, but they're open to it. They go, oh yes, thank you very much, Karen. Thank you for reminding me.
And if we do come against resistance, like maybe someone isn't quite, doesn't like to be told what to do or whatever, I think what can be released in that moment is just knowing that the universe is always trying to show us things. And it doesn't happen, like sometimes trees don't show it, sometimes it's people that show it. So that's why we have relationships, is to feed off of each other. And just knowing that when someone says something or asks you to do something else, it's just we can learn from that, and we can learn from other people, and you have to be open sometimes to hearing it from people maybe don't want to.
Because if we stay stuck in that resistance and we don't want to learn from the people who are in our life, it's going to cause a lot of pain, and there's consequences to that resistance. And so the more that we open up and learn from the people that are in our life, because they're there for a reason, it's just truly going to allow you to spiral up and to live the life that you want to live, because we are sending out those thoughts on what we want our life to be continually. And so life's going, oh, this is what you want? Okay, well, I'm going to bring people into your life to help you along.
And then it's like, no.
I really don't want my dream to,
But that's what's so interesting, is that our reactions to life can show us where exactly we are lying. Are we lying in fear? Are we lying in excitement and joy and all that? And what's interesting is that at the base of all this is our belief system. So we can have a thought and we'll have a feeling around it, but it's our belief system that will actually assist us in our feelings. So if I believe, we've had people reply to us just saying that, they don't believe in what we're saying, which is, it's valid. Everyone has their own beliefs. So they have their belief that what we're saying is untrue, and then they have a reaction to that belief. So what they're seeing is not what they want. It's not in line with their belief system. So they have a reaction. And what I see with that is I'm okay with any resistance people have.
Oh yeah.
I'm totally, because I'm okay with my belief.
Exactly.
And my belief serves me, and I see results in the way I play my life. And so I just honor that it's okay. Everyone has different beliefs. And that has really shifted my perspective on the world, is when I release myself in other people's beliefs.
Exactly.
You know, there are very religious people out there who are really having a hard time with what we say, and I'm okay with that. And I honor that they have their beliefs and it serves them. And unfortunately, we live in a world of duality, so we're going to have people believing and people not believing. But it's, for me, I just embrace it now. I have no charge. I think it's great that we all believe different things. That's what makes the world so abundant.
We are on our own journey.
Yeah. And however we get our message, whatever strikes us, whatever works for us is what works. And that's why we're here, is because what we talk about works.
It does.
And it's profound, and you can live in joy despite things that go on in the reality. And it's an amazing place to play.
It is. And I want to share this before we go, is I have a technique, it's called the emotional enlightenment process. And because it's important to express our emotions, but to me it's really important to express our emotions in a really safe and supportive environment. Because when we are expressing our emotions in a negative way to another human being, we're really dishonoring them. And it's a harsh energy to be projecting out to another human being and into their aura. So it's really important to be able to feel your anger and to create a space in your home, and having that couch and just kneeling on that couch and just being able to vent and express and allow yourself to cry, to allow for those tears. We have tear ducts for a reason, and it's just really allowing yourself to really let it all out. I love those new Kleenex ads. Have you seen them?
No.
Yeah, there's a new Kleenex ad, and it's called Let It All Out.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's right, where they see him on the street and they just start talking to them. And
That's so sweet. It is. And it's just about sharing our thoughts, sharing our feelings, getting all that negative energy out.
Because it's just energy.
Yes, and then recognizing underneath all of that is your divinity, is your connection to God, and recognizing that you are a very powerful being, and all the negativity, all that is fear-based, and you can just release that heavy energy and go into a meditation where you truly recognize the gift in what has come to you in your life.
You know what's interesting when you're saying that is, you know, I've heard or read or wherever and had experiences with people around me that have had tragedy. And in that tragedy, they literally just are at that pit, and they just, it's almost like it was that pit where they just finally said, I'm done. Like they just, you know, like, and they just released and released. And I've had people saying that they've had like enlightenment experiences when they've fully let it go. Why? Because they've let it all go. And the only thing that can replace is bliss and love.
That's right.
And when you're on your couch, or if you're angry and you're beating the couch, which I've done, which is actually really uncomfortable but profoundly therapeutic. And once that happened, it was just like I totally got this sense of like, okay, there's no charge anymore. The energy was gone. And then what replaces it is more of the sense of, okay, now what can I do? I'm empowered. Like,
it's so empowering, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's just
feeling the energy,
feeling it. Yeah,
going through it is challenging, and that's the most important part, is to being able to say, you know what, I'm going to give this gift to myself. I'm going to move through this heavy energy and get to the other side, because you have the power to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the emotional enlightenment process on my blog for you to go through the steps.
Excellent.
Definitely.
Yeah. So lots of things today.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So let's release our love.
Yes.
Let's
Share the love.
Share the love.
Definitely. And just know that your emotions are very powerful, and it's just, we're moving out of that era of suppressing, and we're moving into the era of just letting go and sharing your opinions, your ideas, and your feelings, letting it out, and recognizing your divinity. You are an amazing human being, and we love you.
We love
you.
Exactly. All right.
I love you, Kelsey.
Love you. Hi, girlfriend.
Great show, and please keep up the emails and the subscribers. Thank you so much to all of you We are so thrilled.
Yes. Namaste.
Namaste.